Greetings, class. Tom Swoboda here. It is the beginning of week number 3 already for our online class, and I am coming to you live from my man cave. This is downstairs in my house. This is where I spend a lot of my time, and this is the advantage of having an online class. You can do it from wherever. So a couple of things I want to talk about. Last week's assignment with the Google Slides. Just to let you know, I shared the document with your, what I thought was your UMSL Google account. If you're not sure, I'd like you to go to google.com and sign in with your UMSL login and password. You all have an UMSL Google account. You won't get your email through there, but you will have your account, and that is where I shared, hopefully I shared the assignment with you. Most of you, if you didn't get it, you followed directions and you sent me an alternate email, and I put those in. But I would like to try and use your UMSL accounts when we share documents. So I will check into it as well. It may be a deal. UMSL just recently got it set up, so it may not be working completely correctly at this point. So check your UMSL Google Drive first and foremost to make sure that you actually have it. You may not even know you've got it. I don't know that UMSL did a real good job of publicizing that. But anyway, so as always, if you have questions, and I got plenty of emails this week, send me an email. I will include my phone number if you want to give me a call. I can do that as well. I'll send that to you guys probably via email this week. This week we're going to talk about the Grappling's level of technology integration, and you may not be familiar with it. What you're going to do is I've got a sheet that looks like this, and is the Grappling's technology and learning spectrum, and I want you to do a couple of things with it. I want you to read it from left to right like you would a book, but there are 3 columns. One for literacy, one for adapting, and one for transforming. And in those columns, they have 3 different focus areas. The top one going across focuses on the technology focus. The middle one looks at the instructional focus, and the bottom level looks at the technology uses of each level of the spectrum. If you're not familiar with it, I'm not going to give everything away. I want you to look at it, and I want you to gain your own thoughts and opinions. But it is a sliding spectrum scale. It's not like we have to go from one to the next to the other. We can do one, and we can move back and forth. There are going to be times, as you read through this, you'll find out there will be times where we need to go back to the literacy phase, or we're in good shape with literacy and we've done some adapting, and we can go straight to a transformative type of activity. And you'll understand more of what I'm talking about after you read through it. So I want you to read through it. As I said, I want you to look at the 3 different levels of the spectrum, and I want you to divide those up into the 3 areas. And you can see I put on my sheet, I went ahead and drew lines to separate the tech focus, the instructional focus, and the tech uses. I'm also going to give you a hint. There is one driving factor that really determines what level of spectrum, what level you're at on the spectrum. The first and probably the easiest one is basic knowledge of different applications. That's what's going to be one determining factor for where you end up on the spectrum. The other one, I'll let you try and figure that out. I'm even going to ask you that question in a short survey that I'm going to have you do. So this week, what you're going to do is you're going to pull up in My Gateway. You're going to pull up this. You're going to go through it. There's a link to a survey on the Grappling's technology spectrum. You'll go to that survey. You'll take the survey. The survey is actually through Google Forms. So another use of the Google apps for education that we're using this week. So that is basically your assignment for this week is to look over the sheet, fill out the survey, and we will discuss the survey and look at the results next week. and actually kind of put this in motion with an assignment. I have not forgotten about putting together a happy hour. I want to get that survey out probably in the next day or two to find out who's available when and so forth, and maybe get some of that started. Also, I want to give you a little bit of advice on this online learning platform. I will post our assignments Tuesday morning. That gives us the first day of the week to kind of finish up and get things collected. You really need to get in the habit of getting online Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning at the very latest, and really seeing what the assignment is and trying to figure it out. If you're going to wait till Monday morning and then email me, I can't get access, or I need this question or that question answered, you're kind of behind the eight ball, because it depends on my Mondays. I may be busy all day. I may not be able to get to your email until the last minute. So get on this Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest. Get to the gateway and check it out. So as always, if you have any questions, give me a call, shoot me an email, and I look forward to working with you this week on the grappling spectrum.